Hey Libra, how's it going, my Libra friends? I appreciate you guys. I've had over my life and currently some good Libra people. There's always a sense of balance and fairness and justice when you guys come into my life, which is great. Always well welcomed after some more intense lessons from different signs. So this is an intuitive reading, an all to love intuitive reading for the sign of Libra. You guys know my intention is to always endeavor to share the most divine, pure, loving guidance for clarity and your optimal path ahead. I've been guided to the tarot. It helps with any people-pleasing patterns and wanting to keep it all love and light when ultimately we have dynamism and challenge and darkness and shadows to face sometimes in life. So the tarot has been beneficial to this community, so I'm continuing with the service. If you guys resonate, feel free to book a private reading. All of the details are in the description box. I'm recording this just at the end of August. They don't have to be time specific. Nothing you ever ingest informationally has to be time specific. You know, whenever we come across a message, it's likely for us for some reason. So, Libra, some of you are coming out of heartbreak. Divorce. Three of Swords with the Hierophant reverse. Yeah, like a divorce, a key exchange, walking away from a situation. If it's not a romantic partnership, i.e. a divorce, it could just be the end of something that's causing you heartache, and then two, like the end of a contract, which for this channel and this community, our contracts can be in the physical realm, but contracts can also be on a soul level. So patterns that we play out, and this has to do, of course, with the culmination of many cycles and patterns on every level of your beingness. So it does feel quite relevant to a bigger culmination cycle. So completing karmic patterns, tying up loose ends on the physical and on a soul level, emotional level, what have you. It's all, if you say soul level, physical level, it has to wrap up the mental and the emotional as well, because those sort of sit in between those two gates. Because then you have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is telling me that you're actually, as you're closing down a cycle of heartbreak, death, I'm hearing. So this Three of Swords is, for some of you, representative of a death of sorts, an ego death, or the end of three transformational cycles culminating into the closing down of contract, which to me could be closing down of karma on a certain base tone frequency. So then you have this Ten of Cups energy, which is very much relevant to the Virgo energy that we're moving into. The Virgo new moon is the end of the month here in August, so we're stepping into September, pardon me, with the Virgo energy, which has a lot to do with cleaning and clearing and the feminine and the Virgin as well. So closing down one chapter or many chapters to then step into a bright, perfect, shiny, happy new life. Or certainly that's on the cards for a lot of you. It requires you to step forward into a new journey as well. Three of Wands, new journey. There isn't a known, but the cards want to say it is a joyful, benevolent, So some of you might be like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where I'm going. But the Three of Swords is saying, you know, you've got some more wands to create. I'm hearing there's a few more wands that you need to manifest to lay down a new foundation. But as long as you move forward, as long as you take that leap of faith, because then we have the Fool and the High Priestess there. The Fool's in reverse, but I feel like that has a little bit to do with just feeling a little bit in doubt because you've had to walk away from a situation that you were building. A High Priestess, you tuning into your intuition is helping you find balance and also sniff out any bullshit, sniff out any deception with the Moon card there. There's another Journey card with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is in reverse. That makes me, that again, there's just a little bit of underlying doubt. I think because, well, that's why we find ourselves at these readings, right? We don't know. You're this heartbreak ending of cycle and a little bit of like, like you've been through a lot. You're opening up to new worlds with that Three of Wands there. And then there's the Fool card. There's a Six of Swords. So there's all this sort of journeying energy. And then even with the Eight of Cups as well. But you walking away from these situations is definitely a positive thing. You know, there's a sense of balance. There's a sense of you stepping more into your intuition, your higher, I'm hearing learning, like higher learning for some of you. And yet there's that Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is in the reverse alongside the Six of Cups in reverse, which then again is making me feel like you're just a little bit unsure, and thus that is creating a sense of like doubt about your abilities, because the Nine of Cups in the upright is like wishes fulfilled, you know, emotionally confident, like feeling really good about all of your accomplishments. And then that's been knocked. But that is via these moon energies. That's via these sort of deceptive, distorted energies in your life that are more connected to past cycles of you constantly having to juggle and you constantly having, especially with the Two of Pentacles here, and when we're having to juggle, I often feel like it's because of the distortion of the world. It's because we're having to juggle like, oh, I have to be this person for this person, I have to be that person for that person, I have to do this for this, and I have to you know, and that sucks basically, right? And so I feel like you're really wanting to flip that moon, and you have. You're flipping that deception energy on its head, and very much the High Priestess and the Fool card are like the shining, the main card. So and actually that's a positive thing because you have the Three of Wands. So regardless, and you have the Six of Swords. So yeah, regardless, you're walking away from stuff and you're moving in a new direction. That's just all over the deck, kind of, or all over this spread, as it were. You know, you're something's ending, and possibly a whole bunch of stuff is ending, and you're setting forth in a new direction, and thus walking away from stuff. And the cards are really wanting you to know you are walking toward a wish fulfillment. And yet within the cards, there's this sense of like, so you're juggling your pentacles. You might feel unsure. You might feel like, because there's so much unsure energy, you're feeling like maybe you've deceived yourself. Maybe you're not going to have all this luck. Maybe you're not going to, you know, but the High Priestess there with the Fool, I'm hearing something like one last leap of faith. You're having to take one last leap of faith, but it's sort of, it gives me the feeling of it's gonna take everything you got. Yay. Yeah, letting go with the flow. Yeah, so this has been a pretty intense cycle, the closing down, as it were. So the darkest before the dawn, the actual closing down. That three of swords and the Hierophant has been extraordinarily intense for a lot of you, like you've been in a pressure cooker. But then that's, when the reward is the 10 of Cups, basically happily ever after, total emotional fulfillment, which is obviously, a fulfillment on every level, right? If we feel good, we got everything. We got everything. And there's no lack really in these cards. There's a bit of a balancing act when it comes to trusting the intuition and having faith, basically. That's the word I think I've been looking for. You're having to take another leap and have faith now. It's not obvious. It's not necessarily a very direct path for you, but you are letting go. And the more you just trust yourself and go with the flow, I feel it will just almost appear. It will just make manifest. There's the children. The children are happy and playing where you're going. Yeah, a lot of you are breaking free from the chains. You're setting forth on much more of a leadership energy. There's an eagle in that Rebel card, which I'm really drawn to. I feel like people are going to be watching you, which some of you, again, that might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But still keep moving. Because it's the politics card that I get. It's the Rebel and the politics card that come out that make me feel like there's people watching you. It could be family, friends. It could be just people in your community. But these are kind of politically minded people that carry masks or wear masks. And there's a huge snake, obviously, in that card. So, again, when I read these cards, I'm never wanting to insinuate duality, and as far as like these people are so bad. It's not. It's the way we're kind of programmed to be. We're programmed to be dualistic. People are, investing in the politics of the world and wearing a mask, going, "Oh yeah, you're so awesome. Look at you go." But then maybe secretly talking behind your back, or maybe vibrationally not really supporting you. So hence the Rebel card. I really feel this is a card of huge empowerment for you, Libra. I feel like some of you are really going to start to soar. This is such a powerful, and again, these cards I can interpret, depending on the spread, I can totally interpret them quite differently, where, sometimes the Rebel energy can be interpreted in like, temper it, drop the fight, drop that rebel. But in this reading, I feel very much it's like go with the flow, letting go, be the rebel, be whoever the F you want to be, because that you claiming that as like, I am that, I can break free from these chains, I can go in this direction. It has all those political people kind of like, what are they doing? Hi, like they're gonna kiss your ass, basically. They're gonna kiss your ass to your face, but just you'll feel it. You'll feel the energies of these types of people in your environment that are just talking shit about you. Yeah, so the traveling card, there's doubt around that, but you gotta go. The High Priestess is really calling on your faith, a test of faith I'm hearing. A test of faith as you set forth. This is a transformational journey, you guys. One more card from the Osho deck. One more card from the Osho deck. One more card. What is that? What is that? What is that? Yeah, it's a transformational cycle. And then I got the Patience card with around these two, the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. So there's something around just patience. So I feel like you guys might be ready to go like right now, but you're feeling knocked for the confidence, and you're worried about the wish fulfillment not coming true for you. But this is about you rising out of these, finding greater balance and rising out of deceptive energy. And this card is the clarifier card that I got. So you're just going to have a little bit of patience. as you move forward in these new directions, as you integrate the energy and find greater balance from this higher level, right? You're more intuitive. You're more all flow. You're more really sort of vibrating in the cosmos and the spiritual realms. No longer do you vibrate with the kind of politically minded 3D reality or like the social construct of external authority, right? You've had a key exchange in a transformational cycle. The 10 of cups is very much like present and here in the cards. That's the energy that you're absolutely moving toward. You're just having a test of faith right now, because I'm like, oh, it's like you're walking in the dark as far as this new beginning and journeying goes, and you're being asked to travel, which pardon me, there's nothing there other than a path that's sort of fogged out and a distant sun. You know, there's no obvious 10 of cups necessarily. And here it's not like the 9 of cups is upright right now. You're not sure. You're feeling a bit like but with the high priestess and the fool there, and then clarified by that transformation and traveling card, this is a test of faith. This is you taking a leap of faith, not knowing exactly where you're going, but you're going to set forth on the journey. You're going to set forth on the journey to endeavor laying a new foundation somewhere. And then you know your intention is a 10 of cups. Your intention is to create, manifest this beautiful, harmonious, rainbow-like reality for you and your family, for those people that you care for most. Family doesn't have to be blood related. Family is just, you know, your soul tribe, your people. Yeah, and you're just letting go. You're having to let it go, walk away. This is a transformational cycle. You rising to a new level, higher level, like a high priestess, intuitive. A lot of you are going to be kind of psychic or have access to those realms of thought or access, right? The divine feminine. And you're just, yeah, it's just having that faith. You're in a transformational cycle. It's time to let go. It's time to let yourself flower into a new being, I'm hearing. It's like the patience card, that she's pregnant as well. There's a sense of fertility. But then that's the virgin energy of Virgo as well that we're moving into. I know you guys are Libra, but this is Virgo season. So the Virgo season is very much about the Virgin and birthing new worlds, and hence why we often naturally have a clear out or have moves around this time. It's that we're kind of clearing out the old energy to make way for new life, right? And this whole reading is all about that. It has 6, you know, journeying to new calmer waters, setting forth on a journey. We've got the traveling card, and then of course the transformation. So it's telling me this is a transformation. You can absolve your doubt. You can let go of the doubt if you so desire it. You are becoming more aware. You're not so easily deceived anymore. It's just having a bit of a reminder that this is a test of faith. So of course you're going to feel moments where you're like, unsure. This in reverse just feels like you've got a bit of a kind of a wobble on your confidence, hence test of faith. It's bound to bring up the doubt. That's what faith does. It brings up, it purges, it clears out all of our doubt that we couldn't manifest this card. But this is right and ready for you, and it comes right off the back of cutting off those karmic patterns, of tying off those loose ends when it comes to our contracts that we've had with people, probably for multiple lifetimes. I think a lot of you guys are ready to do it. You're done with that two-faced energy. This is like, see these people, these two people are radically different, aren't they? This rebel, he's got rainbow hair. The rebel's got rainbow hair, and he is a very light-filled being, and he's breaking free from the chains, right? This person is like base tone masks, but he's also, look at him, green, quite like the Joker. We don't really want to be that person, nor do we want to be hanging out with those people, right? And then this comes up right beside it with the intensity card of your healing these karmas, these cycles, right? And you're finally breaking free in the true rebel that you are, which is an extraordinarily brave and noble type of character, right? A lot of people want to hang out with that person. And we're also living in quite radical revolutionary times, right? So those of you called, especially if you stumble across this channel, you know this. You want to embody that rebel card for sure. All right, you guys. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure to read for you. If you want to book a private reading, feel free to do so. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Peace out.